computer programmers. Who is a computer programmer? It's just a person whose job is to write computer programs. A person whose job is to write computer programs. Somebody like that is busy writing computer programs, and that one can be described as a computer programmer. Not everybody using a computer is a computer programmer. Some are computer users who are using programs written by computer programmers. Like you are using your phone. You are using apps in the phone, but they are written by computer programmers. But you are not a programmer. You are simply using. So you are a user. There is a difference between a computer programmer and a computer user. So one will program, one will use the application that has been manufactured. Then we can say, what are the tools needed to program? What do you need to learn how to program? Basically, you need a computer set. If you don't have a computer set, like a laptop, it may be hard for you to engage in programming. But in that very computer set you have, you will need a compiler installation. I will guide you of the compilers ahead of this very lesson, but you need a compiler which you can type your code. Finally, you need programming manual book. You need programming manual book. In our lesson tutorials, we prepared our own programming manual book, which is accompanied with these video tutorials. But without a programming manual book, your learning will be a little bit impaired. Then, let's look at the programming languages. Now that we do programming, what do we do to program? It means you need a language. Anything, any instruction you give. Well, any instruction you give, it means you need a language. You can't instruct without using a language. You need a language. Now, which kind of languages? So, what is a programming language? Describe a set of rules that a programmer can use to write computer instructions or program. So when we talk of programming languages, we mean it's a set of rules that a programmer can use to write computer instructions. That's the definition of programming languages. We say languages because there are many languages around the world which can be used to write computer programs. Some programming languages are very close to the machine. When we say are very close to the machine, we mean that they are very easy to be understood by the machine. The machine can understand them directly. You write a program which the machine gets it right away. You write a program which the machine gets it right away. So, we say these languages, one of the languages called machine language. The machine language. How does machine language looks like? It is composed in binary digits. It uses binary digits where you see 0, 1, 0, 1. This 0, 1, 0, 1 stand for off, on. But this is a high level learning. It is high level learning. Now, the other is assembly language. Assembly language, which uses what we call mnemonic codes. Mnemonic codes. What does mnemonic codes mean? Mnemonic codes, these are codes that you use for easy to remember. Like when you see the term A and C, Congress, A and C is just used as a code to remember for African National Congress or any other M, National Resistance Movement. So the assembly language is used to simplify use of binary digits. These binary digits represent instructions that you use them to instruct a computer, and that one is machine language. But about machine language, it's extremely hard to learn. Machine language, we are not going to learn machine language, but I'm simply making you aware that machine language is extremely hard to learn. It requires a lot of effort, but you can learn. You can learn if there is a reason. You can learn machine language if there is a reason. But nowadays there are other much simpler languages to learn. Then assembly language equally are very hard to learn, but much simpler than machine language. These machine languages are understood directly by the machine. Assembly need translation, but still they are very fast. Now, the two languages, machine language and the assembly language, machine language and the assembly language are referred to as low-level languages. Low-level languages. By low-level, it means they are just down there close to the processor. They are very close to the machine, and they can easily be sensed by the machine. When you write the instructions using these languages, they get to make the machine perform very fast. Then the other languages, say some programming languages are not very close to the machine. Some programming languages are not very close to the machine. Such as, one, we have third generation languages. Now, machine language is the first generation. Machine language is the first generation. Assembly language is the second generation. But now we have third generation languages. Now, what we also have, we have fourth generation languages, and we have fifth generation languages. The higher the generation, the simpler to learn. The higher the generation, the simpler the language can be learned. The lower the generation, the harder to learn. So, the third generation languages we can't avoid. It is the central in most of the learning in computer programming. If you want to become a well-recognized computer programmer, at least you must learn 1, 2, 3 of third generation languages. These languages are referred to as high-level languages. High-level languages. When we go back to machine language and assembly languages are low-level languages. But machine language is the lowest, followed by assembly language. Machine language and assembly language, they are both low level, but machine language is the lowest. Now, these three, third generation, fourth generation, fifth generation, are high-level languages, but the fifth generation language is the highest.